Hello and welcome to the first collection update on Stay on Target. Today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing 5 new Doctor Who Target paperbacks that I've got. So the first paperback I'm not going to be unboxing because it didn't actually come in the box. The seller lives in the same city as me and just posted it through my letterbox. It's the 2012 BBC Books reprint of Doctor Who and the Abominable Snowmen by Terrance Dicks. Although I prefer the original Target books from the 70s, 80s and 90s, this one was very cheap and I couldn't turn it down. It's in very good condition and I'm very pleased with it. As you can see, it features this gold Jon Pertwee logo and it has the original artwork by Chris Achillos, but it's been cleaned up for the modern age. And it also features an introduction by Stephen Baxter, because the BBC book reprints all have introductions by different people. It originally cost $4.99, although I got it for a lot cheaper than that. And on the spine there is a picture of Troughton, because when you line them all up you get pictures of all the different Doctors and it looks very nice. But this is the only BBC Books one I have, so it looks a bit out of place on the shelf. I'm still very pleased with it though, and look forward to reading it. Next up we have this large package containing 3 Doctor Who Target books from the 1970s. So let's get it open. So the first book we got out of that bundle was the 1980 first edition of Doctor Who and the Keys of Marinus by Philip Hinchcliffe. I don't know why it's by Philip Hinchcliffe, because he was the producer in the 1970s, and I don't think he had anything to do with the Keys of Marinus. The spine is a bit faded. I'm not sure what colour it was originally meant to be, probably orange like the back, but it's gone a very light yellow, so you can't really read it anymore. On the back, as they did in the early 80s, they have introductions to all of the characters. The price was 85p. And it's in pretty good condition. There's a bit of a thing there, don't know what that is, and creasing in the corners and things. But apart from that, very pleased with it. Inside it looks good. So I'm looking forward to reading that. And next up we have a 70s reprint of the Doctor Who and the Cybermen by Gerry Davis, filling in a bit of season 4, which is the season I have the least books from. I only had the Underwater Menace and the Faithless ones, so this plugs a bit of a gap. On the back there's quite a long blurb, and the original price was 60p. The spine is, like a lot of them were in the 70s, white with writing, and it has the old Target logo as well. Inside it looks good, yeah, good condition. An illustration there, that's very nice. And I'm also looking forward to reading this one, although I have a feeling I read it at some point in the past. I don't know how, because I don't have it. I must have borrowed it off someone or something. Also, note the Invasion Cyberman on the cover instead of the Moonbase Cyberman. I guess they didn't have many pictures of them, although the illustrations inside looked more accurate. And the final book that was in that bundle was Doctor Who and the Web of Fear by Terrance Dicks. Another Chris Achillos cover, although he seems to have abandoned his pointillism style and gone for a more realistic approach. The spine is a nice purple and is a bit worn, and the back is purple as well, with another long blurb. The original price was 45p, and this is a first edition. Looks good condition on the inside as well. And again, I think I might have read this one at some point. Looking forward to rereading it though. Terrance Dicks always makes them more interesting than the actual stories. although the Web of Fear is very famous and possibly one of the best second Doctor stories there was. Also, the Target logo on the spine is very big. It seems to not be small enough to fit on the spine, so that's interesting. I also like the large web going across the whole cover. So my final book is in this package. Let's get it open. Well, let's take a look at it. As you can see, it's number 119, Doctor Who, The Reign of Terror by Ian Marter, and I am so pleased to get this one. I've been in multiple bidding wars and lost, so you can imagine my delight when I went on eBay the other day and found someone had just put it on for £6. As you can see on the back, they bought it at Oxfam for 99p, so they've been making money, but I'm so pleased with this. It's not in the best of conditions, there's quite a lot of creasing on the spine, but overall I'm happy with it. The pages are a bit browned, and it has a really old book smell, even though it's not that old compared to other ones I have. William Hartnell dressed in his fancy clothing from the story on the front. I'm also looking forward to reading this one. It's quite a long blurb. And the spine colours are very nice as well. Kind of reminiscent of Marco Polo or The Edge of Destruction, with unusually a Target logo that is neither black nor white. It's the same red as the writing. So that was all 5 of my new Doctor Who Target books. I will now go away and read them all and share my thoughts on them when I have. Bye. So it's 2 weeks later and now I've read them all. I'm going to show you them from worst to best and give my opinions on the actual writing. My least favourite was Doctor Who and the Abominable Snowman by Terrance Dicks. I don't really enjoy the televised story and he hasn't done much to improve it. Next was The Keys of Marinus by Philip Hinchcliffe, which I thought was a little bit childish, and also a page has fallen out that I didn't notice when I was unboxing it. Then is Doctor Who and the Web of Fear by Terrance Dicks, which I enjoy the televised story more and he just wrote this one better. It's also shorter, so even if I didn't like it, I wouldn't have had to spend as long getting through it. After that, it's Doctor Who and the Cybermen by Gerry Davis, which undoubtedly deserves its status as an all-time classic. I love it, and I enjoyed reading it all the way through. And undoubtedly my favourite of all the reads was Doctor Who and the Reign of Terror by Ian Marter. I particularly enjoyed the detail where Robespierre gets shot in the jaw, and it describes fragments of bone flying everywhere. It's very gruesome and gritty, and it's a perfect Ian Marter story, isn't it? Probably in my top 5 of all the Target books I own. And finally, as this is a collection update, I'll show you my collection now after I've got those 5 new books. It was 24 and now it's at 29, so it's still quite small, but I am very proud of it. And the books I have now, as you can see, are The Crusades, The Web of Fear, The Moon Base, The 10th Planet, The Web Planet, The Keys of Marinus, An Unearthly Child, Marco Polo, The Myth Makers, The Invasion, The Gunfighters, Galaxy 4, The Ark, The Faceless Ones, The Space Museum, The Sensorites, The Reign of Terror, The Romans, The Underwater Menace, The Daleks' Master Plan Part 1, The Space Pirates, The War Games, The Dominators, The Crotons, The Aztecs, The Daleks, The Time Meddler, The Enemy of the World, and The Abominable Snowmen. Also, thank you for getting my previous video to 100 views, that's a lot more than I hoped for. And please consider subscribing. See you again next time. Bye.